Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay. Let's see what this says. Hello. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we are. So, I think we've about finished the journal that we were working on. So, I did add this black lace for a closure, and so we'll do a walkthrough of this later. We're going to go ahead and work in the other journal, the one that we were making with our free digital kit. Okay, so if you haven't picked up your free digital kit, it is in Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie. It's a Facebook group, and it's in the files there. Now, if you are not yet a member, oh, I didn't put those things, where are they? I don't see them. I've lost the ear. There they are. Okay. Guys, I really am not feeling very up to anything. I put my back out yesterday and I was flat on my back. Today I'm able to sit, but I don't move very well. There we go. Okay, putting on the dumb things. So, and very good. Okay. So, hello everybody. If you have been participating in the Beginner's Junk Journal series, please raise your hand and tell us, yes, I am participating. I guess I killed this one, you guys. I'm famous for killing glue sticks. There. Revived. We revived the glue stick. So anyway, I'm going to be here as long as I can be here. It's just going to depend on my back. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we want to use some of our items that we printed. Okay, so very cool. So let's see. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Kat. Hi, Tara. Hi, Melinda. Linda is participating. Melissa is. Hi, Bonnie. Joe Ray is. Yay. Okay. So if you have a question or need my attention, please write in capital letters, and that's how I know that you that you have a question or a comment that you wanted me to hear. Hi, Angelina, and she is participating. Yay. And Kat is participating too. Okay, so this is the journal that we made using items that I had in my stash. This is a gift bag, scrapbook paper. Don't forget, if you're in the Scrap All About It, there is a post asking you how many paper pads I had in the closet. I have not counted it yet. Hopefully I can stand up long enough on Tuesday or Wednesday to do that, but we'll see. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and continue with this journal. It is very eclectic. It does have butterflies in it. It has a variety of colors. It has a sewing pattern. Just totally random. Make sure that if you are joining the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie, if you're not already a member there, that you answer the questions so that Joyce can let you in. Okay? So I think we'll go ahead and play with our ephemera pages and make some ephemera. I just wanted you to see Mine has scrapbook paper on the outside, wallpaper on the inside. It is not sewn around the outside. I'm like going, huh, that's interesting. I did not sew it. Okay. It does have the bandage, I bet. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we also made this little, I call it, it reminds me of something I would have so that when I was going to a PTA meeting, I would take a little thing of notes so I'd have something to look, to write in, and it's the large envelope, so it gave me a pocket also. Okay, so just so you know, the digital images used in this journal, so that one, the handkerchief pieces, those are all in the free digital kit. The free digital kit has 22 files, and it was meant for those that are participating, and then others that are just a part of the Dear Julie group. Okay, so we have, these are the ephemera sheets that we have. We have some cute little postcards. I think, you know what? What if we, let's see, we have this daisy page. You have pages and ephemera that came with this. You know what? Well, one thing you can do is if you print this page, oh gosh. See, things like that are going to drive me crazy today. Anxiety so bad. It sucks when you hurt and you don't sleep good, and you know, it's like, oh well. This too shall pass. I had so much to do too. Just sat down and ate lunch, and when I went to get up from lunch, I couldn't move. My back was out, just like that. Okay, so I am looking at this, and I'm like, okay, we can go ahead and fold this. I have printed this on cardstock. Okay, and so we could use this little piece here and make a little mini journal. Mini journals are fun to have inside your big journal. The other thing I was thinking is we could go ahead and clean this up. So I would need to cut in a little bit, which is fine. Is we could also make this into an envelope. Whoa. I'll just pull a little bit of the blue over. It's all good. Okay. But I'm kind of liking the idea of making just a mini journal today. Okay. And of course, using a cutter or even your ruler would probably be much better. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I'm going to save the two big ones and let the little ones go. Okay, I'm going to look at my paper, my pages that I have. Those are pages. Those are all. Okay, so, because I'm looking for pages to put inside here. So if we go ahead and cut this in half-ish. That's why we didn't use a cutter. You guys, I've moved things. I have been working on this room. That's probably what hurt me. Working on the craft room, and it was like, no, you don't need to be doing that. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So I'm going to sort of measure. Oh, getting dressed, you did it? Yeah, I've had that happen before. My very first time that it started the sciatica was I went down a curb that was about a half an inch. And because it was a half an inch, it was, odd. And so I don't know if you saw what I did there, but I measured this one. Then I folded this one up rather than cutting it off, because that will give me a pocket inside this journal. Okay, so now the other thing is I want daisies on both of these pages. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this in between 10 pounds. Ow. Hi, Cindo. Welcome to your first live event. I might not be as my usual peppy self, but I'm going to try. Okay, so this one I'm going to go ahead and fold it in. Okay, so that'll give us a fold out page. We still have our beautiful daisies on one page, and then we'll have a fold out page. Okay, this one I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rip the edge. And I just thought, because of the coloring here, that would be really, really kind of cool. So that's going to give me a page for inside here. Then, again, I want the daisy. And this one has a fold. So I'm going to go far over as I can. Okay. That one went out too far, but that's okay. One of the things you'll find, I like to rip things. It's it's easy. Good morning, Carol. Welcome. Oh, we are raining today. We actually have rain, and yeah, so I mean, we actually have rain. We live in the desert, and the part of the desert that we live in, we don't get, the desert doesn't get a lot of rain, but we get less than other places around us, because unless the weather is coming from the southwest, it will hit our little mountain butte things, and it'll separate and go around us. So that's just my observation. There's no science in that. That's just me. But I've lived here for 10 years, and that is something I definitely have noticed. If the storm system's coming from the west, they'll get it, a mile, 2 miles that way, and they'll get it a mile or 2 miles that way, and they might get it really, really good, but we won't get it. Oh, I didn't have any over, what were mine? Mine were all under 6 pounds. Oh, enjoy. It's not very cold. It's in the 50s and 40s. So for us, that's not that cold. And I'm finally not cold, because that's been another thing. I've been cold. I'm just a mess. Okay, so this one, since this one flipped there, I'm going to put this one to flip here. Okay, and that uses up a couple of those pages. Then I have this page here. And I'm going to use it too. Okay. Because this is, I'm still trying to use up my, all of my stuff. Okay, so just like in March, trying not to throw or put anything aside to be used later. So that includes, this kit was printed for this series and for this journal. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, we want to make, I guess I could measure this and then I know how big my papers can be, right? Or should be. So we are at, down a little, 4 5/8. Okay, so 4 5/8 is where my big page is going to be. So 4 4/8, 4 5/8. There we go. That will give me 2 more pages in here. And then I do have the bird also, but I'm thinking that we'll do something else with him in just a couple minutes. But I'm going to trim him because I've got the trimmer out right now. And there, so he's all trimmed and he is beautiful. So this was a side-by-side page, and I have taken and I'm trimming up the bird, and I cut the other one to go. Is it really? It's 80 in Phoenix? I haven't talked to my kids today. My daughter actually is working from home. So, okay. Headphones drive me crazy. Okay, so we're going to save that. And this is going to give us 2 more pages for our little mini journal. And so a mini journal, I like to treat it just like the big journal. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to want is I'm going to want a pocket somewhere inside there probably. And so let's go ahead and look around and see what other kinds of papers we have that we could put in here. So I have this journal, and I'm actually going to take this apart this week, and it's going to be a I'm going to take it apart and make a journal out of it. I think it'll be a good size for one, and it's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Okay, and it was almost the right size. Almost. So I'm just going to cut it here, and that'll kind of put it in the right size. That'll give me a paper to go inside. Okay, so I didn't bring my box in here. Okay. So a coloring page. Too much time at home. Hi Valerie, welcome. And so I think we can go here. we go ahead, do that. And another fold over. So does anybody else out there like to make mini journals to put inside their big journals? Okay, and then this needs to be cut down. Okay, so just like a big journal, you put this, the different kinds of pages in it. This is from a magazine. I think this might be a good one. Oh, this might be good for the inside cover. Yeah, okay. So if I fold it this way, I can go like this. And have a pocket on the inside like this. Okay. And then cut it just like this. I can use those for something else, but this can be the inside of my cover. It's on the list, but I'm still collecting for it. You know that's it's on my list. One of the things that I have that is Daisy is I have a dance card from the 1800s that I think is going to be really fun. But I like, I don't want to just throw something together. I've been collecting for it, so I still need to find some more things for it. I have a couple more things that my mom painted that are that have daisies, and I haven't tried that. Does anybody know, can you open a zip file from an iPad? I would think you might have to get an app. Kat, you're working on 10 journals? Oh gosh, I have way more than 10 open right now. And that was with me finishing. I finished several last month. And I still have 10. It's crazy. So just like the big journal, you can go ahead and I'll sew around the outside of that, I think. So we'll get everything done for it. Let's see, what else do we have over here in the little pile? Aha, some children's writing paper. If we go like this, we can get whatever that'll give us, right? And we'll have 2 pages. Okay, so I like this. I think that that's going to be my inside when you open it. It'll be this daisy. And then there's a pocket here, which that's awesome. We'll go with some children's writing paper. Then maybe this paper. This. Oh, there's a Gandhi quote. So that should go in the center. This has a flip out in the back. I think we want it to go this way. So it'll be a flip out in the front. It'll hide behind that. Let's see. We have the beautiful paper and the children's paper again. Put this one with the flip to the back because the other one had the flip to the front. And then we'll put the Gandhi quote in the center. And is that everything? I think we'll add a book page just because it's here and I'm trying to get rid of it. This is from one of the cat books. Lillian Jackson cat books. I want to frame the outside of that. Okay, so we'll have that. So that gives us all those pages. So just like we make the big one, the big journal, we can make a little mini journal. And like I said, I'm going to sew around the outside of it. That'll just hold all the pieces together, and then I can bind it, and we will have a mini journal that we can put into our bigger journal. So that is pretty cool. Then we have this little guy, okay? And we have these. So this is, men are taught to apologize for their weaknesses, women for their strengths. Lois Wise, 1926. What is it I got that makes them twitch? Marilyn Monroe. Okay. I don't think I need the quotes for this particular thing. Okay, so I'll save those for something else. Okay, so there's, this one has leaves on it, and this one has like wisteria, kind of like the wisteria, except for I don't know which direction. We're going to make another type of little journaly booklet thing. So I'm going to do it this way, okay? Okay. And it's like, where did I put the book that I had yesterday? Oh, that was so cool having the book, and I kept remembering where it was. There we go. So are you, in those of you, who all is doing the ABC challenge? Are you enjoying those videos and those elements? Just so you know, the elements themselves might actually have other names. I just named them things that had to do with the with the letter, so that because it was an alphabet challenge. Okay, so going ahead and I've attached my little birdie to this journal page to get it to make it stronger. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the page. Okay, I'm going to take this fold, since we already have this fold, and I'm going to use that and fold it up. Okay. Then I want to make sure that my other fold is above the bird, and it is. And I'm going to fold this down. Now the really cool thing is, look at this look that you get right here. I think that is like perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that along there. Okay. That's my squeaky, my squeaky table. Okay, so we have this, this little, I think it's really cool. Okay, so the next thing I'll probably do, if you have one, is to round the corners of this. It just gives a little bit more of a finished edge there. Okay. Okay, so now this one, being that it's a little, it's more, I can't think of the word. Distressed. It's old. It's old looking. It's distressed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some pages again from a variety of papers. We have some of this paper here that is from Dollar Tree, actually. And we're going to go ahead and, just like we did before, we're going to cut out a variety of pages. You know what? I think we'll do this. If we do this, we'll have 2 of these papers. I like that. We'll just come over and... No, you don't have your first mini challenge yet. There was a lot going on, and then I did not feel like it. Sorry. So we'll have to work on that. It's hard, on the weekends when Tom is home, and then before the weekend, I just had so much to do. I never caught up after Wednesday. Wednesday I was live for like hours. So I didn't catch up. Okay, so this one goes like this. It can be, you can even have a pocket in the ones that are in this orientation. hopefully if I can sit long enough tomorrow in the morning, because this morning I couldn't even, that's why I didn't post till later. I didn't know if I could be in a regular chair without crying. Okay, so there. So you can also have a pocket. And these book pages will be perfect to be able to glue something to that you want to keep. Well, this time I didn't really have any choice. I couldn't do, it sucks, you guys. I'm right in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff at the house. And Tom is like, just go lay down. Don't get hurt worse. Well, and I have this green paper. And since we have green in the front, oh, and it's really nice. It's like linen. This was from my mom's stuff. I was gonna say, wait a minute, make sure it's not printed, because she had printed something on a bunch of them. Okay, so that gives us that little green. Okay, so another one that we'll be able to go ahead and to put inside here. Now, on this one, I would go ahead and make sure my pocket was down at the bottom, even though it's going to go upside down. But this gives you another little journal, and we can go ahead and decorate this after I don't need to sew this one. So we can bind this one and continue. Oh, I'm sorry, Kat. Oh, it's really, I just feel like it's, ouch. It's on top, it's just dumb. Like, I've got things to do. Don't you understand? I've got things to do. I can't be laying in here. Yesterday I was laying in the bedroom and just sitting there and, yes, feeling sorry for myself, but mainly hurting. And I look up and I'm like looking at the fan. And of course, you know, I'm thinking about, okay, I'm going to paint the fan. And then I'm like going, well, this is my view. So I made a post on Facebook about my view, that I was flat on my back. And Lucy was petting me. Actually, she was, Lucy is the foster kitty. She's my daughter's kitty that came to live with us when they moved. And of course, she was supposed to go home this week, because we were supposed to be there for Easter. So, but she was petting me. She was rubbing her head all along my arm. Of course, I was in her space. That's her space in the daytime. I was in her sunshine. But I think she thought it was kind of cool because it was totally out of the norm. Plus, she probably knew that I was hurting. I don't know. Uh-oh. No. Well, as soon as I can go get them, I'm going to go get them. The grandkids. Okay, well, you saw that. So it's easier if something happens with your thread, it's easier to just pull it out than to try and mess with it. So there you go. Learned something because I messed up. So I have these really cool needles that you just pull the thread over, but sometimes one of the pieces of my thread doesn't pull over, and that's what happened there. I think I got them all over this time though. I wish I could. All of my crochet thread is from the thrift store, and people give me, and none of it has a, because somebody asked me that before, and none of it has, I have no labels. So I might be able to look sometime. It's just regular. This one's a little smaller than the other two that I have. The ball is smaller and the thread. So there we go. And there we go. Okay, so we just went ahead and tied that off. Okay, so that gives us this cute little journal. Now, if you have an eyelet, you could go ahead and put an eyelet. Since this is the beginner's class and you might not have one, I'm gonna do a button here on the cover. You could also do like a paper flower. Or 2 paper flowers. I'm going to go with a small button. And you know, you can do things like if you have a clear button, okay, it's going to be light because it's going to be on the opposite side. But you can decorate your clear button with washi tape. You can decorate it with fabric. Ooh, you know what? We could do old school. We could do an old school button. Let's do it like this. Okay, so if we go around there. Okay, we'll go ahead and I'm going to fold these 2 sides in. Okay. I'm going to cut the back with my gigantic scissors. So it'd be easier if you have little scissors. Oh, you know what? No, I don't want to use those. Those are my thread scissors. Okay, so there we go. And then rip that off. And then you can go ahead and put it down. Of course, on this side, I've already got it all. But you could also make it like a fabric button, where you take the button okay, so you can come down, and I'm going to go ahead, and this might be go down and back up. And I'm going to tie it underneath here. There we go. See if I can see the hole. Okay, I see one right there. Okay, so there's a hole. So there's probably one right there. Okay. That was too easy. See, now I can't find the hole. Aha! Found it. Bye-bye. And down through that one. Okay, so we have a decorated button. This one, I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to put the 4 in, you guys. I'm not going any further than that. Then just like you would stand a button up off a garment, just go around it a little bit. Then, you guys, let's go crazy. Let's go ahead and, there. I'm going to tie it to the original string. Yay! New printer. I love my new printer. I loved my old printer, and I just can't believe how much nicer this one prints. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So that gives me the pretty little button, and then I can go ahead and make my pretty little tie. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this on my pretty little button. This is the trim that I've been using lately. It's sitting here on my desk, so it is what I'm using. There we go. And then we can go ahead and wrap it around a couple times and wrap it around our button. And we'll make it the longer one. Okay, so that will give us a closure out of, and we made a button. Okay. Okay, so now the other thing that we might want to do, since we have this little wallet here, is, so we have this area down here, and we have these cute little postcards, okay? Cute little postcards. These are part of the free kit that you got for participating in the beginners series. And I say that because the only people that know that it exists are the people that took the time to watch the video and then join the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group and follow the directions and pick it up. So So in the digital kit, the free digital kit, we have these cute little postcards. So now remember, anything that I make, you can go ahead and take it that one little extra step and distress it. I don't do a lot of distressing. Distressing is just adding age to something, and usually it's by adding ink or shoe polish or something along those lines. Okay, is that one going to fit in there? I wasn't planning on it, so. And plus, I think this color would look better in there anyway. We'll go ahead and cut this one down just a little bit more, and it will fit in there. Okay. So that gives us a little postcard place right there. Then we can come down here, and we have several beautiful things that we can use in here. And I'm thinking that since we have this beautiful, I love these, and I really love the way they printed out. Oh my gosh, they look like fabric. All the lines and the imperfections showed up in the print. Love it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this one, I'm going to have it be a tuck, and I'm going to go ahead and round the corners because, you know, it just looks like it should be with those rounded edges on that. And you can either put it in here and have it be a flap, or you can put it here and it will be like a tuck. Let's see. I'm going to put it down here. Okay, so I've decided I'm putting it here. I'm going to glue these two edges. So my hand is on the two edges that I don't want to put glue. I print on, actually right now I'm just using the cardstock from Michael's that you make cards and stuff out of. That's, I think it's 65 pound is the weight that it says. Not 110. I haven't tried 110 in my new printer. My old printer would not print on 110. Yeah, it's 65. And I use the white and the cream colored mostly. But I have, you know, as if you saw the picture of the closet, I have all the colors. Okay, so here we're just going to, yeah, I think 110 though would be kind of cool to be, if I can print on it, to be able to make fast and easy covers. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, so here we've just gone ahead and we're going to add this little place down here. We're going to let this dry, but that will give us a place that we can put something in there. And then here, you know, I like to do that stack a note thing. And so I'm thinking that stacking notes right here would be pretty cool, but I also think it might want a pocket down behind them. But I don't want to mess up that pocket. That I don't want to lose all that. But this pot, I mean, it would be, that would work, but I don't want to mess that up. So we can look through and see what else. Oh, maybe one of the postcards. Would a postcard work as a pocket there? If it was cut down, you could have a postcard pocket there. And you could even do, you know, like a wallet style where you stack them and then can put things in. That might be kind of cool. I could do that. Nope, can't do that. Okay, well, we do have this other book page from The Cat Who Saw Stars, but it's upside down. Okay, so what else do we have in our ephemera? So again, this is our ephemera from our free kit. We have these that could be a pocket, sour flowers. Yeah. That makes me think of my sister. Sour flowers at the beach. It was so weird. These flowers would grow in the sand at the beach. My grandparents, my dad grew up in a house in right on the beach, and it was one of the original 9 houses that were on the beach. My uncle still lives there. Okay, so there we go. Right through there. So we do have a pocket. Oh, that's what I figured. I didn't expect to see you today. Tell him to be safe. We'll be praying for him. We'll take good care of you. Okay, you know what? I think I want to do a double pocket. Ooh, I wonder if... Yeah, we'll just do a double. No, I don't want to... I don't want to waste that. Oh my gosh, what is my computer doing here? Okay, so what I've shown you here is a couple of ways of making a mini journal or adding some more pages to your journal. Sometimes when you're having a day and you just don't feel like getting into the big journal, these will a lot of the times work really well for you, or they do for me. Okay. Okay, so we talked about the stack a note. So I'm going to put these in here, but I do need to cut them down. They were too wide. Okay. That's going to be close, but it'll work. Okay, so now with your stack a note, you can go ahead and glue each one down, which is what I do a lot of the time, but this time, for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead, and you can also go ahead and staple them together. Now you could, if the pocket was big enough, you could put them in the pocket. You could fold the back one over. You could put anyway, you could put something in there so that you could have this sitting in the, in this right here. So let me do that, because then you can take this out and use it, which is a different thing. Okay. So again, when you're doing something kind of useless, book paper is always a good thing when you're doing something that, bye Valerie. Oh, I'm sorry, your ankle too. Ah. Okay, so I'm turning this into a thicker paper. I'm going to go ahead and attach it up here. My computer says blue heart. It's pointing to the blue heart and says blue heart. Okay, so I have this little like picture stand thing here, and that can go in here and hold my notebook inside there. Okay, so if you don't want to glue your notebook in the little wallet, then you can go ahead and do that little fake thing there. And so we have our spot to add. There, our postcard can go in there. And that gives us this cute little wallet style journal. And of course it would be much better if it got distressed. Don't panic. So just adding the edge. So I got this makeup brush at Dollar General. Okay, so if you want to... Hi, Jody. Yep, I'm distressing. I just looked at it. It was like, oh, it looks like it kind of could use it. So. You can go around all of the places that would bend and that's probably where you would see the wear and tear or the dark color, like an old book that starts changing its color from the outside. I just want you to see that this kit is going to look amazing distressed. So if you are a distresser, I did. I offered a free kit for all those people that are at home. Oh, okay. Okay. So, and then of course, once you do that, you kind of got to go and you kind of got to do it everywhere, or at least a little bit. But it also will help with your the edges where you have like light paper and stuff. And then you can go through and you can but you can see it's actually going to be a good kit to be able to distress with. So if you don't have a printer and you're wanting to do the beginner's class, the first most of the first 6 videos for this class or for this series have been made using no kit. So using no digital kit. This is Vintage Photo Distress Ink. Vintage Photo Distress Ink. And I bought that in the marketplace on Facebook. And I ended up, that's what I was looking for. Well, it just showed up because, you know, how Facebook is and it knows what you want to buy. And it showed up and I actually was able to get 6 of them. And then, silly me, I went and used one of my new ink pads because I was so excited about having these other colors of distress ink, and that was in the middle of when anyway, never mind. I digress. Yeah. Okay, so we have a couple more postcards left, and postcards are amazing to use in your journals. And I thought that this was really cool because you got 4 different postcards. They're not all the same. They're 4 different ones. A couple of them have stamps and a couple of them don't. And so okay, so, I mean, you can just really easily, let's see, what is our smallest ephemera? We have these. Oh, look at, we got this page has some small ephemera on it. We got the gigantic scissors. I don't even have the medium. Oh, no, there's some other scissors. Okay, so we've got the little boys here that are catching butterflies. I think they're very, very cute. That is really cute. It looks like it should be a stamp. Doesn't it look like it should be a stamp? So one of the things you can do is you can turn your ephemera pieces into stamps. Sometimes when you are just not feeling super creative. Why is this? Is this the one that was sticking before? I need to put like skull and crossbones on it. It's like it's breathing hard. The glue. See now, when I do a video, I edit this part out. Can't edit this out of a live video. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and so I'm going to want to back them, and I'm going to put them on some words. Okay. And we have this cool house. It's like summer flowers in the snow. Well, I guess they're asters. That's not really a summer flower. But the colors are summer. The purple and the orange, the red, makes me think of summer. But there's snow on the house. You're not going to get what kits, Joyce? You're back already, Joyce? Okay. And no thumbs down yet? Oh wait, my thing has stopped. My counter. Okay, so we can go ahead and use our old school scissors. Does anybody else have these from like way back in the day when this was all the rage for scrapbooking? Fancy scissors. Okay, so that gives us a really cool little stamp. And then we can even have a bigger one. Got to line this one up though. Whoa. So you could do that. You could go ahead and get your whole page set up to be stamps and have it be ready to add to other things. So we have these little, let's see, and I went over to get these. Went over to get these flowers. I'm just going to pull them off this big page. and I like the January. So 1918 and 2019, the days were the same all year. It was Tuesday, January 1st. And no leap year. Okay. Okay, so we can distress if we had our stuff out. You might want to see if you start distressing, then you have to distress every little thing. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue our calendar onto this postcard. Postcards are a great ephemera to make ahead because you can use it as a pocket, you can use it as a tuck, you can use it as a journaling card. So all of those things, if you took your 4 postcards and decorated them using the ephemera and then, you know, the other things that you have in your stash, then I'm just going to fussy cut around the sweet pea and the nasturtium. So it rained here pretty good earlier today. I go out to get the dog because it had started raining, and our Chip, he loves the rain. He just sits there in it. He has a doghouse. The bike port where his food is dry. We call it the bike port. That's where all the bikes are. Is in it's a little garage shed thing. That's open. He can get in it. He has 2 dog houses. He has the playhouse in the backyard where he likes to go and hang out and bother the neighbor dogs. Also, it's open. He can get in there. It's dry, but he would rather. And literally, you guys, he was sitting in the middle of the dirt driveway and letting the rain just fall on him. He's like, oh my gosh. But he also lets me dry him off. He thinks it's pretty cool that I get him in the house and I dry him off with a towel. He's like, okay, that's really cool. So, just fussy cutting these little images that were part of. This was from a 1903 seed catalog. Okay, so then you can just go ahead and add them onto your postcard. You can leave, like this one, we could have left it as a pocket. I think I'll leave this one as a kind of a tuck. So I'll glue most of it down and leave the one side open so that something else could tuck in there. I'm going to pull this over because I like all of the extra stuff going on there. Oh, sorry. Melinda's dogs are acting mistreated. Okay, so I have a ticket here so that could go in there. Okay, and we can go ahead and decorate it a little bit. So again, this you can just go ahead and have these ready. And what I would do is I would start like a little box and of the ephemera that's for a specific journal, because sometimes I just don't feel like working on the actual journal, and sometimes I don't have time to, mostly, well, it used to be that I didn't have time to get all the stuff out. Well, I have a desk and everything, but depending on which journal I am working on, sometimes it's like I come in and the purple journal's out, but I really needed and wanted to work on sunflowers. It's like, well, I'll just make sunflower embellishments. Okay, so there you could quickly have a little postcard. I did have a box. I found one today. I found a box today. So something like this big stamp here. Let's see, what can we do with this? We have the little one. Now the little one, I don't think I would do anything else except for maybe distress it. And then when I put it onto something, then I would go ahead and use my cool stamp. Okay, so there, got those. I would use my stamp and go ahead and the postage stamp, the cancellation stamp, I would use that. Okay, so I had an idea and it just totally went away to use this. Okay, well, one of the things that I do like to do, and your little embellishments can become bigger embellishments. You can just go ahead and pull out your book page and make a book page pocket, which is one of the things that I really do like to make. I'm going to go ahead and glue here all the way down and across. Okay, so put that down, and there we have a book page pocket. Oh, I guess I'm opening both sides. I meant to only open one side there, so I'll open the other one, the front one, bigger. There are no mistakes in junk journaling. You just change what you're doing. You just change what you were doing. Okay, so if we were going to go ahead and decorate our little thing here, and we might want to have a little bit of okay, we'll produce this. Okay, so here we go. Can go ahead and add this piece of collaged paper down here. Now we could have made this a pocket also. And you can use your line of words to help have the line. So usually I like to have at least 3 items in a collage, and usually an odd number. Now don't hold me to that. That isn't how it always happens, but so, you know, once you start distressing, you kind of have to distress all your really white stuff. Unless you're doing a journal that is, you know, you're doing how different your black and your white can be. The other thing is, okay, so see how I set this here and it looks off balance, but you put this over here. What it is you have this triangle thing happening with your green colors, and for me, that's why I was struggling with the way that looked. So, okay, so I have some gold thread, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around 4 fingers, wrap it around 3 fingers, wrap it around 4, cut it. I'm going to hold on to it. Grab my wrong double-sided tape. Is it up here on the desk? Okay. So double-sided tape. Grab a piece off. I'm going to go ahead and take my little mess and twist it. Tie it with my double-sided tape. Okay, and put the double-sided tape back on itself. Okay. Yep, the human eye likes odd numbers. It likes triangles. It also likes, whoops. Okay, we're going to put this under here. It also likes definition of black. So that's why, you know, adding a book page is sometimes really, really awesome. So we're just going to go ahead. We've got our little mess of thread, and I'm going to add this on top. My green is going to be here because I have green down here, and this one right here will give me my triangle of green. So there is my decorated pocket. And if you are putting bling in, then that is the one other thing that you might add, is if you have your bling. I do bling, 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 the etc. and then some. And again, I'm going to take it and come off the edge. And the other thing that does is that makes your eye move around and around and around on here. Okay, So that is my little book paper pocket, decorated, distressed. I know you're all in shock. So let's take this one and let's do something magnificent with this, or sort of. Okay, so if you have some butterfly paper clips, if I have some, there it is. Okay, so you have a big paper clip. These are awesome to use in your journals to hold things. And let's go ahead and put these away for right now. And let's grab our green paper. The green paper is going to be the back of our paper clip. It isn't really sturdy, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it to itself. Yeah, where are my Teresa Collins scissors? I think they ran away. They've been gone for like a week. Okay, so I have this. It's thicker. I'm going to go ahead and put this card on top of it. And then cut myself a border around it. Okay. We'll go ahead and add our paper clip. And I want this side to be the back. Okay. And you're like going, well, what does it matter? They are both the same. Well, they are. But I'm going to move this one like that. You see that? So now that one's straight. And that's going to be the back. That works as long as this card will cover my whole paper clip. And it will. Okay. So we'll go ahead to our fabric tack. You'll have to wait for the video. I don't know that it has, it's a flip of some sort. I don't know that it has another name. I don't know. I made it up. I saw Dutch door and I had an idea in my head. And so after I do the yearbook page, double Dutch door will be the next one. If you guys are going, what in the heck are they talking about? I'm talking about the ABC or A to Z alphabet junk journal challenge on the Dear Julie Julie YouTube channel. And each letter of the alphabet has a different element that we're making. And I made hello. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this was one of the things that we could do, was to add our postcard and turn it into a paper clip. And these paper clips are mega strong. I don't know what happened to my, oh, there it is. What happened to my little ticket? Okay. And then remember, from the side of your paper clip, you can still add fabric and things to the edge, okay, which is really cool. I have my other bling 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 here. I think we'll go ahead and add that. So that gives us this pocket page, this mini journal, Where'd our other mini journal go? Oh, up here. So we have this one that we're going to be, well, you know, you could always, if you could use like a hair tie on this size sometimes, you could just tie your journal like this. You know what? Because we're going to sew this. Actually, it's holding up. I'm not going to worry about sewing it. Yeah, can't quite make it in there with that. So, but we have this one. Oh gosh, and it feels amazing, and it's just the look. It's like it makes you think that it's going to be that awesome. Okay, so down here we have one more little set of butterfly kids. This is the other butterfly kids. And we can make a really little mini journal. Okay, so I'm thinking we have these pages. And rather than tying it like a journal, I'm going to make it a notepad, okay? So we're just going to cut this out. But you literally, just like the little mini journals that we just made, you could make a mini journal that was this tiny. And we have done that before. There are several, well, I have over 1,700 videos. So if there's you know, something specific that you want to see, let me know, and we can see if we can find the video or if I can make one of that subject. Bonnie had asked that I revisit some of my old stuff. So this week you have seen the return of the fluffy flower, the return of the nested string. Those are things that I used to do all the time. Okay, so there's our little teeny tiny mini journal. And I mean, you could even, that could go right there in that. Okay. But it would probably be better in an envelope. Okay, let's clean up the mess a little bit. There's, sorry. It's, believe it or not, I'm distracted by the mess. Okay, so if we have this cute little thing here, I'm thinking, now of course you could make another envelope out of this bird. Or you could come over here and use this. Okay. So if we go up and down, again, I'm going to round the corners. So making like a little purse actually is what we're doing here. And I think rather than sewing or closing the whole thing, I'm just going to close one side. I was thinking about putting some thread in there. I changed my mind. Yep, Bonnie, they have been pretty funny. Your posts have been very funny. Okay, so we can go ahead and just put that down in there like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and also round that corner if it'll let me. So round that corner before you glue it. It kind of looks like a bank, one of those, the ones that, you know, they give you your money back in. If you go to the drive-up window. I found that envelope, by the way, that really cool money envelope. Okay, so there's that, and I think that that is really, really fun. So you have the little mini journal that can just fit right in there, and I think what I'll do so that it will be able to come out is tie some of this thread or trim. When we get to go shopping again, many of you are going to be looking at the yarn section very differently, I think. But I'm thinking that I might be putting some of these trims in the Etsy shop. I was thinking about that. Okay. So there, that can hang out. And then that can go in there. And then, so you can go ahead and pull it out. And what can we use too? There's so many different things that you can do to yeah, a shopping afternoon. Oh my gosh. You know, I was doing the YouTube class so that I could get new carpet, and then I was laughing. I'm like going, well, heck, I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to end up saving. I'll save enough money. I'll be able to do the YouTube class. Okay, so I'm just looking for something that I can maybe cut a heart out of. It's too big. Go with the littler one. And put it on there. and that would hold. Well, it could come out of the same, or it could, yeah. Okay. Just looking for something that it can go into like that. Are we having fun yet? I don't. I I have a feeling my husband will use mine to pay off a credit card. I think that's what ours will go for. I'm using all my extra money right now to make sure that I have backup to pay the stuff on my dad's house, because all of the people that live there are not working because of this all. And if you read some of the stuff, and it's a mobile home park. I mean, mobile home parks can be very, very different than. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and I don't know what I did with the little mini thing, but you see we used up a few of our pages. That makes me feel better. We've used a little bit of our ephemera, and we made a variety of mini journals that you can put in your big journal. Which, okay, so now this one, what we did was we gave it a closure. Okay, so that was just giving it a closure. So I guess the one other thing that we need to do is probably should make something to go in here, because neither one of those are going to fit in there, which is, that's not what it was made for, so that's fine. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm thinking the ledger, maybe on some, oh, I don't have more green paper. Okay, but I'm thinking ledger, a little ledger here. So did anybody see anything new that they hadn't seen before and they're looking forward to trying today? Okay, so always makes a good little thing. Our little ledger. Okay, it'll fit. We are using this washi tape. There's that. And go ahead and put a little bit of it on the other side. You see that? Both of them I went over the edge. Okay, so then you can take a stamp out of your actual, you know, because you've been saving stamps now, right? Everybody's been saving stamps. Probably. Ooh, you know what? We've got these. They're fishing. But we have two of them. Let's go ahead and... So these are from address labels. Those ones that you get in the... If you help Boys Town or something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to make a tab. And remember, I'm trying to use up everything on my desk here. So we've got this green paper. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this down. And so stapler, one of my favorite tools that I do use in my journals. And so that gave me that. And then okay, to use the guest check, I'm going to need to cut it down. There we go. And I'm going to put little collars on these that of what color they are for. So this one will have a brown collar on it. I mostly use brown, sometimes purple, sometimes that peeled paint green one. Those are my favorites. I'm a lazy distresser. Yes, I use Tombow Mono liquid glue. I love it. I love especially this broad tip down here when I do fabric covers. And I use fabric tack. I primarily use fabric tack because it glues quickly. And when I'm making videos, that's really important to me. But it's kind of expensive. So I did just buy some fabric glue at Walmart to try. Because I hadn't been able to find fabric tack. Okay, so here I have a guest check, and that can also get added in there. And actually, I think it looks just fine without it being decorated any more than that. So I'm going to call that good. And See, now this kind of looks like an envelope. It might be kind of fun to go ahead and put a little something on there that looks like a stamp. Like these two boys fishing. And then one of my favorite stamps, it took me a while to find a cancellation stamp. And I use it all the time. I use it so much it's always on the stamp, the holder, the block. It doesn't go off. It doesn't go off the block. So there. So just to give that a little bit more, something more. Okay. Okay. So what did we get done today? You guys, I'm sorry it wasn't super organized. I was in so much pain. I couldn't even think. So thinking was not happening today. And I'm just glad that we actually got to make some things and that I've been able to sit here and it's been okay. So we have our little stamp that we'll be able to use on something. And we have, let's get our box. And she's extra. She's there. So we made our large paper clip using the postcard, the January. We made a little pocket tuck out of the flowers from that ephemera page. Added some of the trim to the edge. And so this is one of those large butterfly clasps. They work really, really good for making paper clips and for holding things. So we made a little junk journal here, a mini junk journal. We used the daisy page and we flipped part of it up so we'd have a pocket. This isn't, I am going to sew the outside, so it's not because of the pocket here. I'm going to sew it. I used a quilt page from a magazine or quilt book in here. This is actually from last year. I had cut that, I think, during the ABC challenge for last year. We have some children's writing page. We have part of the digital, the free digital that I'm giving. It's in my Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. And that will be there as long as we're home. Okay, so you'll want to go and download it. This is the other half of that page. Okay, so there's that. This came out of an autograph book from the 1800s. We have a book page, another children's page. This is the other side of the daisy. And then we have out of the date book that I had, and it said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." It's a quote by Gandhi, and I went ahead and put that in the center. We have more daisies and a flip, and you could, on the flips, you could go ahead and add more pages, like a flip-flop. So, and then we have the other side of all those. There's the coloring page and all those going back. Okay, so that's our mini journal. I'm going to sew it, then we'll bind it, and then we'll decorate it. Then we made our wallet style journal. Remember, the long string is the one that ties around. And we covered a button with washi tape and added it to the outside. We used the bird page from the digital kit. And I distressed it. I added it to this journal paper that I had. We added a little tuck back here for this postcard from the kit. Then here we added a things to do pad. I made a fake easel out of the book page, and it sits in the sour flower pocket right there. Also part of the digital kit. And we have a mini journal inside this wallet style. And it just has several different types of paper, including a book page pocket that also has a postcard in it. So, and that one did get sewn. And again, we go around twice, and then I use the longer string. So the longer string when I tie it. So it's the longer string is the one that you pull off. Then we made a book page pocket, one of my favorite things. I love to make these. So we folded a book page pocket. When I went to make the hole, I accidentally did a double hole, so we made part of it bigger, the front piece bigger. That just makes it easier to put whatever's going in. If you have the hole cut out in the front, it just makes it easier. And you can use a hole punch there. So we made this large stamp with one of the ephemera pieces by putting it on top of some book paper and then cutting it with the postal scissors. This is from the ephemera also, and I fussy cut it and distressed it, and I added a messy thread underneath with the bling bling bling. Also added some of the green paper down here so that you have the triangle, and that's probably why I like it so much, because it's very pleasing to my eye. I made a journaling card out of the ledger card, adding one of the little address label stickers here, and made a tab out of the green paper because I'm trying to use that up since it's here, and added some washi tape to the bottom just to give it some interest. And then I didn't like that all by itself, so I just cut down a guest check so it would fit in here, and distressed it, and I love the way that looks. Okay, so what do you do with one of these pockets? You can go ahead and you can have it sit within your journal. It can just sit in the front, and then you can move it about, so it can be a floating pocket, or it can be added to a page. It can also be added in an angle and become a tuck, okay, or like this, and it can be a tuck so that it has, so many duties. It now is holding these, but it also could hold something behind it, excuse me. Or you can just stick it in a pocket just like that, and it would be really, really pretty. Okay, so all of those things. Also, you can make these so that they go this way, in this direction. If you do that, then I would make the words and everything go in that direction, and it becomes a belly band, so you would be able to put a large tag or something behind there. Okay, so all of those different things can be done out of this one type of pocket. Okay, another thing you can do with them, and I've done this before, and it's really actually works out really cool, is if you have a flip like this, adding a pocket to the front of the flip is really, really cool. So say you do a flip-flop here, but you do it with larger pages that go all the way across instead of just the short pages, then adding something like this to the front covers your pages and it gives it interest. And I think it would be, I think it would be really, really great on this page. Like, I'm thinking I should add it to this page. I'm going to add it to this page. That's what I'm going to do. It's going on this page. So, but I want to take a picture of it. So, anyway, there we'll be putting that, probably putting that there. I think that will be a great thing. And then adding some lined paper in here and making a flip-flop so you have more places to write, but it's got a beautiful front. The other thing we talked about, turning this into, oh my gosh, excuse me, turning this into a pocket so it could go there. So something like this, I would probably just go ahead and add it into a pocket, because I would still want to be able to see the bird. If this was no big deal, then it could lay on a page like this, okay? And then I wouldn't do the tie this way. I would do 2 buttons and tie it together. But then you could have, all this happening, and it could also be a pocket. So it'd be like a flip up, flip down. But again, I'm not going to do that because it has that beautiful bird, and I don't want to lose that. And so the large one is going around, and it is our tie. So that could just go into our pocket. These I did, the cover is 9 by 6. The inside is 8.5 by 11 folded papers. So, or 8 by 10, 8.5 by 11. Yeah. Gosh, I just totally went blank. Let me find, well, I've got copy paper behind me. Okay. So with a 9 by 6 or 9 by 12, so it's 9 this way and 12 this way folded in half for your cover. And then your inside pages are 8.5 by 11, so they're folded 8.5 by 5.5. And it gives you good margins on the top and the bottom and on the side. Okay, so that is a great size for a journal, especially if you're making your cover and everything else. Other than that, if you're doing a book, you're gonna want to do it by the size of your book. This is one that I'm going to be taking apart and making into a journal. I think it's going to be really amazing. And it has an elastic band already, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, so that's what we did today. And then of course we did the little mini. And so this started out to be like a purse. Okay, the idea was that it would be like a purse, but to fit our mini journal in it, we went ahead and have it opening at this side. And our mini journal actually is a mini notebook. But you could do papers. I like my lines to be in this direction, in the right orientation. So that's why I did this. And plus, I want to use up what's on my desk. I didn't want to pull out another paper. And so this has this little flap that you can fit, this little heart you can fit your flap under. Okay, and we went ahead and stamped the cancellation on this little address label sticker on the back. So that's what we did today. I think we did way more than what I thought we would get done. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying your free digital that I gave you. And, that has been out for a while. I didn't copy somebody. I did this. But it also, another thing that has happened is because YouTube is mostly automated, I can't do what we usually do with the little balls and the playing cards, because those things can get us shut off by the robot that pays attention. So giving you a full digital kit, 22 files, and I started out just giving you a file almost every day, and everybody was the winner. Oh, thank you. No, the lid is not on my glue. Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie. And thank you. So that is that is another thing, is we usually get to play and we can't right now. So, but I think it's a fun digital. You'll be able to use it for whatever you want to use it for. And I am really, really glad that that it's something that I was able to do. So I hope I answered the questions. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm sorry, like I said, I'm sorry that this was not planned, but I think we did good on what we got to make. And oh, what are you talking about, Valerie? To create a hinge or something to hold the papers together first. I'm confused. So, oh, Valerie, I have videos of doing large journals. I did at Christmas. So in the Christmas in July. So if you look up Christmas in July, Dear Julie Julie, in the search bar, last year, 2019, my journal was like a quilt book or something. It was, or a craft book, Christmas craft book, and it was huge. And so there's lots of ways that I made paper there. And then I just posted in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group the guest book that I did that was an odd page also. So some of the things that you can use, of course, is 11.5 by 7 or 11 by 17 paper. That is a great thing if you can find it. Wallpaper sample pages, wrapping paper, wallpaper, using washi tape to put your pages together. Another thing that I do a lot in those is you can take 2 pages like this, okay, and you make them, then they can fold here. Now they're not going to be your 11, but they will get you your 8.5 this way, and you'll have nice pockets, okay. Also, don't forget that 12 by 12 paper will work for that. So Valerie, I hope that that helps you. Yeah, so I've done it. This is one of the smaller pages from the sample book for the what is this called? Wallpaper. So another thing is if you're able to find like the large, well, like I have the long, extra long, this thing. So an extra long ledger page. Yeah, but all of those things. And then even if you find bigger books, so instead of 8.5 by 11 and 8.5 by 11, and your seam is your seam is like washi tape or something, then it's actually easily compromised. Washi tape is a good sealer, but it's easily compromised. So if you can overlap your papers, then that seemed to work out much better when I was making the larger books. So something that we used to do in scrapbooking. So well, I'm glad you all enjoyed. The last time you went to the thrift store so long ago. Well, I had the teacher last year or the year before that, the teacher that gave me all that paper, And there's like, I have 4 different colors, 4 different reams of 17 by 11 paper, all different colors, blue and green. I think there's blue, green, yellow, and white. And then I already had white, and then I got white from my dad. So, yeah, but those, if I find that, don't want to lose that birdhouse. That's for the other, that's for the other video. Oh, and don't want to lose this. So always save the receipt for the guest receipt. There we go. Oh my gosh. I can go ahead and go on to the next thing with sort of ease. Because look, I have I don't have a messy desk. What will I do? The list for the challenge. Hi, Shireen. The list for the challenge is in the scrap all about it with Dear Julie Julie. I posted the one that prints like this, and then a couple of people have posted better ones. So it's an amazing group. We've got people that will come in and fix things and make things better. And somebody even put together a kit of the items that you're going to need to be able to do all the challenges. So like you're going to need an advertisement, you're going to need an address, book pages, and they made a list of all the things that they're going to need, everything but the E, because E is still too embarrassed to show up. So do watch. If I was able to sit all this time today, so in the chair, so that's a really good sign. So maybe tomorrow morning I'll be able to get you the mini challenge in the challenge. So watch for that. I will be live tomorrow at 3:35 here. And yeah, so that's what I've got for you. And hopefully the other digital kits will come out tomorrow too. That was the other thing, is I could sit and have my phone, but I couldn't sit with my computer. It hurt to, it's the way that I'm positioned. It's like, so I couldn't finish the digital kits and they're almost ready, but I wasn't able to do that. So, and there you go. So, for those of you that were in the February party, just know that you have already started the mini challenge and the challenge. Number 1. So that's your hint. Okay? That's your hint. So if you were at the February party as a VIP, and for those of you that are new, when you finish an actual challenge, one of the monthly challenges, we do a 2-hour virtual party. And if you finish your journal, you get an invitation to that virtual party. And there is a digital kit that you get just for finishing your journal and participating. So participating is a big part of it, because we have a lot of amazing artists and a lot of amazing new people that are showing up, and that is how I get you to take the next step. And so thank you all for being so amazing. Joyce is reminding you, if you are requesting to join the Facebook group, and it is in the description box in this video. I did put it, I got it in there today. To make sure that you answer the questions. If you're asked questions when you're entering any Dear Julie Julie Facebook group, make sure you answer the questions. Those are there for our safety and to keep the robots out. Okay? So I hope you all had a great time, And yes, E is evading, evading us. E is evading us. E is embarrassed. And just so you know, E is on the list over here. I did make an E. It just in the translation from chicken scratch onto typed paper, the E didn't make the transition. So, you know, kind of like it didn't make it across the bridge. So, yeah. Okay, so thank you all. I hope you... Where is my husband? It's 6 o'clock. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Can I get up? Oh, one more thing. I did post a DIY channel video in the group. Please go watch it. I need views and I need subscribers to get to the next level so that I can do the next stuff. So it's really kind of cool. It's decoupaging and it is Easter and they turned out really cool. Have a great day. I'm getting up now. Baby. Bye. Bye-bye.